Well, I gotta say, caladium, it has some of the most striking foliage out of any plant that you can grow. It's absolutely stunning and very easy to grow. So I wanted to create a video where I show you guys how to get them planted, both in containers and right in the ground, starting as a bulb. It's one of the most cost-effective ways to grow them, and particularly because they can be easily overwintered from one year to the next. And if you are looking for a video on how to overwinter them, how I've overwintered mine, just check the video description below and you will find a link to that informative video. So the first thing that we need to determine is the top and the bottom. So the bottom is going to be smoother, and the top will have these knobby sections. These are the eyes, these are the growth points where the actual stems will be growing from. So those obviously need to be pointing upwards. And if you look closely, you can see here are some like growth points that are just starting to get going. Those need to point upward. Now these roots are kind of all twisted around, so it's a little bit confusing, but these roots will eventually start growing downwards. Now, as I opened one of them up, what I found was that this guy had been broken up, and that's totally fine because now I actually have two bulbs, and this one has these growth points, this guy has these growth points. And if you have one like this and you actually want to make more yourself, what you can do, you can separate them just like this. Now you have an extra little bulblet, but what you want to do is you will want to let these air dry for maybe 3 to 5 days until it's calloused over before you plant it. Otherwise, that can invite rot, and we don't want that to happen. So as a review, knobby sides go up, smooth sides go down. Now, caladium are members of the Araceae family. That would be the same family as calla lilies, anthuriums, philodendron, monstera. And if you've ever grown any of those house plants, you would recognize that they like to be grown in rather snug containers. So for a bulb this size, like a 6-inch pot is probably going to be as big as I would want to plant them in. I could probably even plant like a couple of these guys together in the same pot, and they will be fine because they're going to love to have pretty good drainage, and by planting them in snug containers, that's going to really help facilitate improved drainage, keeping our plants nice and healthy. So I'm using just bagged potting mix. Any sort of bagged potting mix will be fine. So you can see I have left about 2 inches from the top of our container to where the soil line is. Then from here, I'm going to take my bulb, get it planted in there just like that. And then I'm going to cover it with about 2 inches or so of soil. There you go. I might cluster it in a little bit more. And of course, you want to give it a nice drink. So typically caladium are shade lovers. There are some varieties that are sun tolerant, so you'll want to make sure whatever you're growing, you put it in the correct conditions. I'm going to be putting these ones both in this covered front porch of mine. Receives 0 direct sunlight. It's just nice and bright. Now you're going to want to make sure you do this once the nights are consistently above 45 degrees Fahrenheit. In zone 6B, that's going to be around May 1st is a good time to get them planted. It's really the warmth that is going to help initiate that growth. So the warmer the conditions are, the sooner these guys will sprout. All right, so now for the rest of my bulbs, I'm going to be planting right here in this bed. Also, just in front of where I'm having my container grown plants. And this should also be a really nice location to get these planted. So I'm going to move the mulch out to the sides. Take a nice little hole. And I'm going to get it planted just like that. And then backfill. Cover back up with the mulch and give it some water. So it's taken an extremely long time for our caladiums to start popping up out of the soil in our containers, and that's primarily because these really respond to warmth, and this spring was unusually cool. A lot of cool mid-60s, lots of rain and cloud, and as soon as we got a good 10 days of sun and warmth, these started to pop out. So if you really want to get your bulbs to sprout more quickly, the very best thing you can do, you can get a seedling starting mat like this right here, and you can plant them up in your containers, put them on this heat mat, which is going to raise the temperature of the soil, and that's going to allow your bulbs to sprout so much faster. That's going to give you a longer season of wonderful foliage in your garden. So now the caladium are really starting to get bigger and bigger. You can see that is a flower spike right there. It looks very similar to other aroid plants. When they produce flowers, they have those lovely little spadex. It's not totally revealed yet, but once it is, I will show you what they look like. Likewise, over here, we're seeing a lot more growth. The leaves are getting a lot larger. The white one finally opened up. You can see more plants that are just getting sprouted here. So it's starting to look pretty good. We're in the middle of summertime now. So these should continue to look good for the rest of summertime into autumn, until the nights really start to get into the low 40s. So just really starting to get the party started. Now what's been interesting is this white one that I had planted in the container has been way slower than the red one. I don't know why, just different. But look, it's finally getting going. So that makes me happy to see. Now in terms of watering, I'm really not providing any supplemental irrigation to the plants that are grown in the flower bed. For my container grown plants, I will just wait until the soil looks like it's quite dry before giving it any watering. We've been having rain at least once a week or so, and that's been keeping my plants nice and happy. And with that, now you know how to grow your caladiums planted either in containers or right in the ground, and the approximate timeline that you can expect before you start seeing their beautiful foliage gracing your garden beds or your containers. Definitely check the link down below if you are ready to overwinter your bulbs, as that method is what I use to enjoy this beautiful plant from one season to the next. Anyways, thanks for joining me here on Plant Vibrations. I'll catch you soon. Ciao.